All right. I forgot to do this yesterday. So this is second day since the last time I recorded. If I can remember kind of how I felt after the first day, because I was a fuck up and didn't record. Very overwhelmed and confused and tired. Not because of just the job in general, but because of kind of what I was used to prior. Where I was doing cable. I was a cable guy for 5 years. So I'm not saying you can compare that to a journeyman's time or anything, but after 5 years of doing something, you kind of understand most of everything that you need to do. Not to say that I didn't have more to learn, but I was extremely comfortable where I was, and I also was making $5 more an hour. So, on top of having my own work truck from the company, getting my gas paid for, unlike now, running my own job site, quote unquote, where I get an address, know where I had to go, ask the customer what I needed to do, and I fix or install whatever needed to be fixed or installed. Now it's a lot different. Now I'm literally starting over from the bottom of the barrel at 27 years old. So it's just a big change of pace, taking directions, taking orders, which is cool. And also the most important part of that is not knowing what I'm doing. First day, completely confused. Didn't know much of what I was doing or how it was going to go. And I'm telling you, I was extremely nervous, and I'm still kind of nervous. Not even kind of, I'm still greatly nervous. I was extremely nervous the day prior. We pretty much split off into different groups. It was 4 guys. And I ended up having to drive 15 minutes further than the 45-minute drive I had to take at 5 in the morning, or actually, I'd say 6 in the morning to get there at 7. Some guys got lucky and got 410s a week. I did not get lucky. Me and another guy named Steve both got stuck with a 5-day work week, 7 to 3 schedule. It's pretty bad as far as drive time, as well as the 15-minute, 20-minute lunch we get, so we leave at 3 o'clock instead of 3:30 or 4 o'clock. I don't know. We pretty much went on an overview about how everything worked the day prior, as far as running wire and boxing out and setting up ceiling fans and lights, all of the basic stuff. I literally haven't seen a working panel yet, and I don't really think I'll probably see one for a year or two, maybe even longer, as far as it looks, at least. The way this company works is they set things up in different stages. You do your roughing stage, and then I guess they do the drilling / wiring stage, and then the drywall guys come in and they do the finishing stage after that's done. So I'm barely into the roughing stage. Today's the second day, and I can say that now I know how to put up boxes. I know how to put up ceiling fan fixtures for where the wire is supposed to go. I'm kind of getting the idea of that process and what it requires, noticing the symbols on whether I need to put a 2-plate there, if a 3-way switch is going to go into this, so I need a bigger box, or you know what I mean? So not to make this stuff sound long drawn out, but this type of information is stuff that I kind of wanted to know when I was looking on YouTube, trying to just listen to somebody talk about it, just to see what I was getting into. And to be honest, I am kind of way in over my head compared to what I used to do, and it's extremely, extremely uncomfortable. I'm telling you, this long drive, getting to a job site, being watched, not being as comfortable as I was in my other job, where I could pull out my phone and text, or I could listen to the podcast I wanted to listen to, because I'm just trying to take in all of the information that they're throwing at me, and I keep having questions, so I really don't have time to just be in my phone, or you know what I mean, trying to hear someone else talk to make my day pass, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing to make my day pass. And it looks like I'll be there at this job site that's about an hour away from my house for at least another 3 weeks to a month, maybe 2. I don't know. They said that jobs like this and work like this, depending on where it is, could take anywhere between 6 months to a year for us to clear the work. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it looks like most of our work is closer to Chicago. So I think it's because of the big Foxconn stuff and the Amazon warehouse that they're building, whatever, something square feet. So besides all of that, though, it's not bad. I'm working through it. I'm gonna hang in there. Right now I'm working for a non-union contractor, and I am kind of debating whether I'm gonna go union. And it's not even so much of a debate, because I've been pursuing the union path for about 3 years. It'll be 3 years in maybe May or June. And the non-union contractor company is the first person to give me a shot as, you know, a green apprentice. I don't know anything. I knew low voltage, how to run Cat 5, coax, signal, you know, from point A to point B, splitting signal up, but it isn't 100% the same. You know what I mean? So they're the first people who gave me a chance. And to be honest, the company's not bad. So far, I haven't run into an asshole yet, but it's only the second day. Holding my breath for that. It's just strange trying to figure out, you know, the differences, pros and cons. To be honest, my insurance benefits compared to when I used to work at Spectrum is garbage. Like, I'm literally paying maybe double what I'm paying, and my employer is supposedly saying that they're paying half. So I'm paying half of what the total premiums would be, but I'm still paying double what I would pay if I was at Spectrum. And one of the pros of getting into the union is better benefits. You know what I mean? And I've been pursuing it for 3 years, so I'm going to maybe put a month or two, since it's February 2020 right now, February 25th. I am going to try to maybe put in a month or two before I submit a request for another re-interview. Since I technically did low voltage wiring for well over 1,000 hours since the last time I had an interview last summer, I'm eligible for another interview, but I don't want to submit a letter to the IBEW with such a short amount of time from leaving my low voltage company to actually being an apprentice. You know what I mean? Not that I've signed any paperwork, but being in an actual electrical job doing electrical work. So I know 2 months isn't really much better, because I know that they start selection between May and June, but I don't want to miss the first round. Because if I can, on my third interview, by the way, if I can convince them that I'm motivated, you know what I mean, and I'm going after this, because I left a job that paid me much more. I lost maybe $15,000 a year to go try something new that I swear that I want. And I told them that I was eager about, and I told them I wouldn't give up on my first or my second interview if I wasn't selected. Wasn't selected then, but maybe they'll select me now based on that. And if not, I'll try again. But I think I'm gonna wait until end of April. Submit a letter middle of April. See if I can get re-interviewed, get a better score, and then maybe by May, if they select people the first week of May, second week of May, I'll be in that, you know what I mean, that running of being selected this year. Instead of me missing out an entire another year to get into the union, having to deal with these sucky benefits. Although I do enjoy the company I work for, so far. And, you know, it'll just be better, I'm hoping, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. So, with that being said, day 2, I'm going to try my best to keep these things going. Hopefully, we make it to year 5. And we'll walk through all of this. Yeah. I guess we'll see. All right.